Yo, what is going on, everybody?
We're
Welcome back.
back.
Welcome back to Spread of the News, episode 43 here on May 15th, Monday, May 15th. If you're just tuning in, I'm here with Danny today. Danny, what's going on, buddy?
How we doing?
How you
Doing
doing,
good. Glad
kid?
to be back. Missed talking about the Yankees with you, boy. Well, you boy, I guess today.
Yeah, as you guys can see, if you're watching on YouTube or if you're listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get our pod from, Brian is not here today. He's taking his mother out, his lovely mother, out to dinner. Um, as for our hiatus over the last couple of weeks, we have to address that. It's just been a really tough stretch of us trying to, get an episode together where we could get the three of us on. I know I'll speak for myself. Like last week was my finals week. Danny was begging to get an episode out. I literally could not find the time to get an episode out. But we're back. And we're ready to give you guys back to our weekly content. Super excited about it. And Danny, this is going to be an interesting episode for us today because not only do we have a lot to cover, but we're recording this at 6:45 p.m. The Yankee game is going to overlap here as we're recording.
Might get some live reactions. Alek Manoah on the mound against Jimmy Cordero. It's weird. Jimmy Cordero starting and they're using Johnny Brito after him. So they're an opener. Haven't seen the Yankees use an opener in a while, but
and a weird lineup too. Weird lineup.
I mean,
why don't you while we're on the topic, why don't you take us through the lineup since we could just because we're gonna be covering the game as it happens. So we may as well do a quick little preview of that.
We got to talk about like what has happened in the past. So just go over the lineup tonight quickly. Weird lineup. I mean, it's a huge series after splitting with Tampa. It's a huge series against Toronto. In Toronto, this is huge. Like, I would like to take 3 out of 4 from them. Like, that would be very, very big to take 3 out of 4. And we are sitting DJ and we're sitting Bader. Bader has been one of our hottest hitters. I have a feeling he'll come up. But Jake Bauers is our leadoff hitter today, which for the second day in a row, which weird.
Little suspect. Already. Little suspect.
And then you got the Judge, Rizzo, Torres cleanup with DJ out. DJ has been our cleanup hitter, which I've loved. Torres batting cleanup. Willie Calhoun batting 5. Listen on the radio, Justin Shackle says his name a very weird way, and I did not like it. He says it like Callan,
really?
Yeah, he like doesn't pronounce the H. I don't like it. Volpe batting 6. He's moved down in lineup. He was batting leadoff for a while. He kind of started to struggle. He got moved down to 7 most recently, but now it's a couple guys out. He's at 6. It's been good. He's been slugging. He's been stealing. He's been doing his thing. Oswaldo Cabrera in the 7 spot. We started to see good things from him. He's looked really bad all season, but the last week or so started to see good things, and it rounds out the order Higgy and Hicks. And I just don't like game 1 against Alek Manoah, who has given us fits since he's been in the league. We never hit Alek Manoah good. We don't like Alek Manoah.
Right.
And to go into the first game of the series in Toronto and put out this lineup when we know we have Jimmy Cordero on the mound, it just kind of seems like, I know they're not, I guess, but it kind of feels like they're punting this game. I mean, a big series to win, not just split. Like, I was fine with splitting the Tampa series, best team in the league, but this is a big series that we got to win almost. And the fact that we're going in here with this lineup, Jimmy Cordero on the mound, it's just annoying. Like that 5 through 9, like, yeah, we like Volpe, we've liked Cabrera, but the 5 through our leading average, I know we don't like batting average, but our leading batting average guy from 5 through 9 is 226, Willie Calhoun. It's just like when we have DJ who's hot, Bader who is red hot, it's just weird that this is our lineup going into game 1 in Toronto.
It feels like a head scratcher for sure.
Yeah.
But like the Yankee offense, we'll get into it obviously a little later, has been very, very pleasing over the last couple of days, couple of games. So
I'd say over a week, man.
Just gotta hope that they can keep that going and they can keep the pace, keep setting the tone. But yeah, we'll see what happens as the game goes on. As we said, we'll probably get like through the first couple innings together of this game. So excited for that. So Danny, why don't we jump
love a good live reaction. Something good always happens when we're on here. I mean, Judge first inning home run. I'm calling it right here on this.
That is
during
true.
This recording, Judge first inning home run off Manoah.
Hopefully, Brian not being here doesn't mess up our mojo, because
that is
like
true.
when we do have the good luck, Brian's here too. So
yeah, and also like, my bad luck with Yankees and then your good luck, we're kind of canceling each other out now. We need Brian's good luck in here too, so it overrides me. You know,
That is true. I got to get to a game. Speaking of, I haven't been to a
let's go. Let's
game all
go to
year.
a game in the next couple. After I get my paycheck, so like a couple weeks. Let's go.
Perfect. I'd love to.
If you
And Danny,
if you'll go with me.
another thing too. Welcome home. Just welcome home. I got to
Thank
clap it
you.
up for you. It's great to see you
Thank you.
back in the home setting.
Of
Love
course.
seeing it.
Love it. Back on the
And
island.
now that you're back on the island, we got to get back to our co-op. Just saying. But
Yes, we do.
anyways,
We do.
maybe one day we can get some gameplay out there. Who knows? That'd be
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah, on
awesome.
the YouTube. Spreading the news gaming.
Anyways, Danny, let's jump into our Yankee of the week. I'm gonna go.
All right,
first.
before we do that,
Oh, go. Yeah, what's
I'm
up?
proud to announce this episode is brought to you by my good friends at Banger Buddy SUNY Food Reviews. Make sure you know it'll be a 5 out of 10, no doubter. Make sure you follow them on Instagram at Banger Buddy SUNY Food Reviews. That is Banger Buddy SUNY Food Reviews. Follow them for a great follow, great channel, great reviews. Not affiliated with the real Banger Buddy.
Our first little sponsor there, huh?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
5 out of 10, no doubter. Remember that always.
Making me a little hungry over here. I got Chick-fil-A coming in a little bit. I'm excited for that. But I'll have to go give it a follow. I definitely will.
Yeah.
So shout out to what was it called?
Banger Buddy SUNY Food Reviews.
Banger Buddy SUNY Food Reviews.
Yes, SUNY as in State University of New York.
I'll have to give a follow.
Hmm.
But shout out to whoever runs that account. Thanks for being a fan, and make sure to go over and be a fan of them as well.
Yep.
So anyways, Danny, let's jump into our Yankee of the week. I wanted to go first here because I know that we don't know who we're choosing, obviously, but I have a good feeling about who you're gonna pick for your Yankee of the week.
I wonder why.
I'm gonna go into mine. I want to go into mine first. And do you want to take a guess at who mine is gonna be?
Take a guess?
Yeah, why don't you take two guesses at who you think mine is gonna be?
Okay, I mean, I feel like an obvious one would be Mr. Tony Rizzo.
Yeah, there you go.
That's
One for
it?
one. Yeah, one
That's
for
it?
one. Anthony
go.
Rizzo. I mean, coming off of literally player of the week in Major League Baseball today, just got announced about an hour ago, maybe. Anthony Rizzo he's got his numbers up to like elite Anthony Rizzo level. Up to a point where now he's hitting on the season 312 with a 921 OPS with 9 homers too, Danny, which is super interesting. And 22 RBIs, and over the last 7 games, feels almost like not that he's been carrying us just because our offense has been looking good, but he's been a huge provider to the offense over the last couple of games. You know, had a couple big home runs against the Rays in that series. I don't know if you saw in the first Rays series that we had in the Trop, but he had 2 balls against one of the two at bats were against one of the pitchers that he homered in this homestand. That Rays pitcher, can't remember who it was. He got a changeup. He got 2 changeups in both at bats, and he hammered both balls, but they didn't go out. And then he got the same exact pitch in this homestand, which he took for a go-ahead home run in the Bronx. So
Fleming?
maybe it was Fleming. I'm honestly, I couldn't tell you. I don't remember, but I saw a breakdown of it. I think I saw it on TikTok. So shout out to whoever that was. But it just goes to show, like, Rizzo, he's locked in at the plate. Like, he remembered those at bats, remembered those pitches, and he took that pitch for a ride, gave us a lead. Over the last 7 games, he's hitting .444 with an .815 slug and a .500 on base percentage with 3 home runs and 7 RBIs. He's, walking 2. He's got 3 walks over that stretch. He's been arguably our best player, best hitter in this lineup over the last couple of weeks. Gotta love what you're seeing from Anthony Rizzo. Yeah, that's my Yankee of the week, Anthony Rizzo.
Love it. He has been awesome. It's almost like, feels like he can't get out.
Yeah.
Even if he tried, he can't get out. That big Friday game where Anthony Rizzo bobblehead night, we would not have won that game without him. Big game in that series. We dropped the first one to Tampa, and if we lose that second game, it's almost like shit.
Yeah.
We played them closely in the Trop. We lost that series the week before. So coming in, you were saying that we needed to win. I was saying that we kind of just need to split. We need to split the series. We lose that second game, a split doesn't feel very likely at that point. And then it's like, damn, is this team that much better than us? And I don't think the Rays are. And Anthony Rizzo changed my perspective on this Yankees team just like that, as much as that sounds like too small of a sample size. But yeah, he hit the go-ahead home run in that game on his bobblehead night. His second 2 home runs that night. I don't know, maybe the bobblehead effect. Maybe that's something.
Yeah,
because he knew
maybe.
it was there. But he's been awesome. And no shift Rizzo. Brian, I remember in the offseason episode asked, name one spot where this lineup got better. I said Rizzo with no shift. Healthy DJ is in there too. But it's proven very true that no shift Rizzo is a beast. And I think I saw him say something, or they were talking about it in the booth, that he said something about it. That he was just like, yeah, it's just relaxing and nice to not go up to the plate and just see a million people on one side of the infield. Like, you could relax more and just play your game and do your thing at the plate. And when Rizzo's doing his thing, he's a tough out. He's a tough out, and he's a really good baseball player. We've seen it for a very long time now, when he was in Chicago, whether he's here. So love what I'm seeing from Anthony Rizzo, and I think he can keep it up. It's not no fluke. Like,
Yeah.
he could be an all-star. He will be an all-star. He's an all-star first baseman.
And one little note quick here before we go on to your Yankee of the week with Rizzo. It almost feels a little poetic that, being a World Series champion with the Cubs and the Yankees are really, really struggling, or they were at least, over the beginning stretch of the year. It almost feels poetic that Rizzo has kind of like uplifted them, like the World Series champion that the Yankees traded for a couple years ago, to be that guy, be that World Series champion, or that champion presence in the clubhouse. It almost feels like I said 100 times already, poetic that he's been that guy that stepped up for us, and he's, showing up every day, doing his thing, like you said, especially with the no shift. That's huge for him. It feels good to have a champion on the roster that, looks like he cares, because
Yeah.
over these, stretches of bad baseball, sometimes you look at these Yankee lineups and it just looks like they don't care, But Rizzo has looked like he's cared a lot, and it just makes you, like him that much more for what he's been doing for us.
Yeah, I mean, and he's a second captain. You hear that all the time. He's a second captain. And he's a leader on this baseball team. He's a leader, and it's crazy. Like, you look at Aaron Judge, the actual captain, and say, yeah, he's the biggest leader, which, yeah, that's true, but Rizzo's right up there. I think you could almost say they're co-captains, all right? Like, everybody respects Rizzo, everybody looks up to Rizzo, and it's so cute seeing him and Glaber in the dugout after home runs doing love it. I love that, and it's going to continue.
Hopefully, it's got to continue if we're gonna keep winning baseball games. So,
yep.
and
Yeah,
someone else has got to continue too, Danny. But I'm gonna guess that it's someone that's not in the lineup tonight. But I'll let you do your thing.
My Yankee of the week is Franchy Cordero. No, it's Harrison Bader, of course.
Wait. Actually, Franchy Cordero is tearing it up in the minors. By the way, did you see his numbers?
Yes,
I guess he technically could be your Yankee of the week. That's not too crazy.
Well, no, he's my rail rider of the week. But Harrison Bader, you guys know I love Harrison Bader. I was the only one when this trade happened. I felt like I was one of the only Yankee fans that actually liked the trade. Like, going back to last trade deadline, I
remember that.
At least out of our friends, I was the only one that liked it. And I said 3 weeks ago, with Bader coming back, that same I think it was, he came back a week after that. I said that he's going to be a big part of this lineup, and he's going to be huge into the Yankees succeeding. That was when the Yankees were at the lowest lows almost. It was very bad, and even got worse after that. But I said Bader, and you guys disagreed with me. My family disagreed with me when they listened. They said, "Yeah, I thought you were full of shit." But he has come back and provided an absolute spark. I'm not even going to talk about his play. Just his presence in the clubhouse, in the dugout, on the baseball field. He's an electric factory. He is awesome. Everybody loves him. He's honestly the heart and soul of the Yankees right now. He brought that new thing, the salt shaker on the wrist, whatever they do. He's in the outfield throwing up the 2 outs and doing all that good fun stuff. It seems like since he's gotten back, the team just has way more energy. Like you said, it seems like at some points they didn't care, they weren't trying, which obviously they were trying, but it actually seems like they're having fun now playing baseball. And I think Harrison Bader, honest, I'm not even gonna say Harrison Bader's a big reason for that. I think he is the reason for that. Not a big reason, he is the reason for that. But now, what actually really matters, his play on the baseball field. Harrison Bader, since coming back, he's got 12 games. He's hitting .333, a 1.021 OPS. He's already got 3 bombs. Oh, I just pulled up my presentation by accident. 378 on base, 643 slugging. He's hitting triples. He's He's hitting doubles. He doesn't have a double. He's hitting triples. He's hitting home runs. He's getting RBIs. He's being clutch. He's awesome in the outfield. He made that crazy play to save 2 runs yesterday in yesterday's game. I know it ended up kind of not mattering because the grand slam followed, but just an amazing play in the outfield. And I love what I'm seeing. And again, he's not going to keep up this 333 batting average pace, 1. OPS pace. Obviously, I know that. But my biggest, honestly, I was even kind of wrong with Bader. I said he was going to come back, be like an average to above average hitter. And this Yankee lineup does still need that. We need an average to above average hitter because that's better than the IKFs, the Aaron Hicks, the Willie Calhouns, the whatever. But I love what I'm seeing from Bader, and I love that he's proving me right. And I love that I could look at you and Brian, Christian, and my uncle was over yesterday, and he was like, "Yeah, I got to hand it to you. I thought you were full of shit." So, but
yeah, definitely
looked awesome, and just as important. Well, not just as important, but very important.
And
presence he has, man,
one other thing too about it is I know you brought up the Harrison Bader catch yesterday, right?
Yeah,
that catch was like one of the best catches that I've ever seen.
It was awesome with bases loaded. Randy Rosarina.
It was unbelievable. It was unbelievable. And I with Bader, I a couple weeks ago I was saying to you that Bader wasn't going to be that much of an upgrade, and Bader has really since then like punched me in the face, threw me through a brick wall,
I wish for real,
and shaved my head. Yeah, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. But Bader has really taken what I said personally, it almost feels, and he has really owned up to what he wants himself to be. I mean, no one has expected him to be this good, right?
No.
And I'm sure he expects it from himself because he's Harrison Bader and he wants to be that good. He knows what he's capable of. But yeah, I was saying to you, like, I hope you prove me wrong, Danny. I hope you do. And Bader has done that. Bader has proven me wrong thus far. I hope he continues to prove me wrong. Like you said, I expect him to come back to earth a little bit. But who knows? Like, maybe this could be a start of a potential all-star campaign for him. I mean, he's looked like an MVP like since he's been back. Like I'm not afraid to say that. Like he has been that good since coming back. So hopefully he can continue that. And it just makes you scratch your head even more, wonder why he's not in the lineup tonight. So yeah, I don't know.
All the time.
But yeah, but hopefully there's no injuries there. Jesus, could you imagine?
That would be detrimental.
Yeah, Danny, you've proven me wrong. I hope you continue to prove me wrong.
Yeah, and hey, it is a small sample size. We know that. Like, we know he's not. Like I said, he's not going to continue doing this. Like, he's not going to continue on an MVP pace. You got your Chick-fil-A already?
Yeah, my mom. Did you hear her walk in the room and hand it to me?
No.
Should I eat it while we're on camera here?
Why not? I haven't had Chick-fil-A. That's what I got. That's what I got to get now that I'm back on Long Island. I got to get some Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, I don't want to be disrespectful, so I'm gonna just save it for a bit.
But Harrison Bader, he's awesome. He's awesome. Yeah. Only 12 games, so very small sample size, but we watch this guy. Just watch this guy play. Just watch him. Watch him on the field. Hone in on him. You're gonna love what you see. He's fun.
Harrison Bader has been incredible since he's been back, and even in that first Rays series in the Trop, like they needed that spark, and he was that spark.
Yeah. Lost 2 out of 3, but still,
the home runs, the triples, even though they should have swept that series. Like I'm not afraid to say that either. Like they should have swept that series. We'll talk about that. We could talk about that next. But
yeah,
I don't know. And Bader's been great. Hope he keeps it up, and the rest of the lineup too. Hope they keep it up.
Rest of the lineup's looking good. Like our guys are doing what we have to do. And I'm not afraid to say it right now. I am all in on this Yankees lineup. I know, Chase, I know if Brian was on here, he'd be calling me an idiot, whatever. He'd be saying, like, oh, no, you can't trust it. I am kind of seeing what this lineup could be capable of fully healthy. Like, we still have reinforcements coming back, and I have loved what I've seen. You got the contact guys, like, towards the bottom of the order with Volpe, Cabrera, when he's on. Like, he's been on for a week now. I don't know if that's going to continue because he was really bad before that. You know that. But Volpe's been providing pop, getting on base. Like, I am kind of seeing this lineup kind of form into what they think could be when we're healthy and on. And I'm all in. I'm all in. I'm all in right now. Right now, I'm all in. We'll see if they prove me wrong in the next couple days. But from what I've seen in the past week, not even just the A series, not even this home race series, even in the race series that we lost, like they have proven I don't know. They've proven that they could be good. They could be a good lineup. They've scored a lot of runs over the past week and a half, and
Yeah.
I've loved watching it. And I love seeing it. It's not just home run or bust either. Like these guys are getting on base. We're hitting. Jake Bauers maybe not a leadoff, but Glaber has been fine at leadoff. When we had Glaber at leadoff, I was like,
Yeah.
fuck that.
Yeah, I'm
You
with
know how
you.
I think about Glaber's mental
And yeah,
ability, but
you know, I'm the first person to back up Glaber this whole time since we've been recording, spreading the news. And like when I see him in the leadoff or even cleanup, I'm like, oh, I don't know about that. But
I
he
don't know.
has
But
been
I still
fine.
don't know about cleanup. I still don't like cleanup. But leadoff, I have not hated him in the leadoff spot. I still don't like
Yeah, he's
cleanup.
been fine. He's been fine leadoff. Yeah. Tonight he's cleanup, right? Tonight he's
Yeah,
cleanup.
tonight he's
Yeah.
cleanup because
So I guess
DJ's out.
we'll get a good look at
DJ's been
that.
cleanup, and I loved DJ in the lead in a RBI spot. Another guy
Me
that needs to
too.
get credit. We've been seeing a lot of those classic DJ hits, just inside outing him the other way.
Yeah.
He's looked great. I love DJ Jeter. What? I love DJ. I love DJ in an RBI spot because he's our clutch. He's one of our clutchest hitters. I think
Yeah.
statistically, or maybe behind Rizzo, he's been our best with runners in scoring position this year so far. So
Yeah, Eric Hubbs always tweets death taxes and DJ LeMahieu with runners in scoring position. So
yeah,
like he has been that guy. You know, DJ's not quite up to, you know, DJ standards from a couple years ago, but DJ has been more than productive and been a huge factor in this lineup, and we need him to keep going. But one thing, Danny, that I do want to talk about is that Rays series. I do want to talk about the Rays series in the Trop. In the Trop. Yeah, I want to talk about that Rays series. So I know you're our guy that takes us through game by game. So do you want to just run us through game 1, 2, 3 real quick, and then we could break it down as we go?
Yeah, I mean, over a week ago, so whatever. The game 1 in the Trop was looking real bad. Wasn't looking good, right? Randy, of course, first inning. What does he do? Obviously,
Typical.
solo home run. It's obvious. They go up. They put up 4 runs in the first 3 innings, and we're not hitting. We're not hitting. We're getting blanked through 5. It's kind of looking like shit. Then all of a sudden in the 6th inning, we come to life. 6th inning finally. Gleyber Torres doubles to score Rizzo and Harrison Bader 3-run homer to tie the game. That's what Harrison Bader's like.
That was
back,
his coming
bitch.
out party. Yeah.
I'm back, bitch. Electric. I was watching on my phone. And I was like in some place, I don't know, and I was going crazy. Everybody looking at me, Harrison Bader, because I want him to be good more than anybody. And that was his. I'm back, and now the bottom of the 7th, though. This is where it was frustrating. Yeah, the Rays. It was an even game. Like we were both hitting. I think we had more hits than them, 8-7. Bottom of the 7th, though. Runner on first. Jake Bauers in left field. Now, Jake Bauers has been good at the plate. He's been fine at the plate. I like what I'm seeing from Jake Bauers at the plate. And I think the Yankees
puts the ball in play.
He puts the ball in play. We know he's got pop. He's got that home run in the A's. I know that's off topic, but the one to other way into the bullpen, crazy pop.
Yeah.
But love what I'm seeing from him at the plate. However, in the field, this guy's trash. He fly ball going back on it. Yeah, not the easiest of plays, but he should have caught it. Hits off his glove, drops the ball, the runner on first. Then it's just going to be second and third because, the runner thought he was going to catch it. He goes to pick it up. He boots it again into the wall, makes a good throw to the cutoff man, good throw home. I think it was Volpe. They call him out, but upon review, he was safe. The Rays take a 5-4 lead, and that ends up costing us the game. Really, really tough way to lose. I wasn't super, super mad about how the team played as a whole because I thought we did good. It was just so frustrating to lose on a drop fly ball and then a boot by a guy that's not even really an outfielder. He's a first baseman. But anyway, we bounce back the next day. And what do I always say about these series when the offense is struggling? Win the cold start, find a way to win another game, and win the goddamn series. And the Yankees did that in this game. Herman on the mound, we like Herman. He gave up 2 through 5. He had a solid outing. We'll take that. But again, the offense looked really bad in this game as well. I mean, they were blank through 7.
Just quiet, quiet offense.
Quiet through the beginning, and we know the Rays pitching is really good, so it'll happen. But in the 8th inning, we come alive again. DJ doubled to give us 1 run, and then Harrison Bader, the 2-run single to take the lead again, back-to-back nights. Harrison Bader in the clutch. We steal a win in the Trop, and there it is. That's our win. Aside from the Cole start, we just beat the Rays in the Trop. No way we're losing with Cole on the mound. We put up, all of a sudden, the offense was slow, right? The offense was slow. We put up 6 runs through the first 5 innings. We're here. We're up 6-0 on the Rays in the 5th with Garrett Cole on the mound. We win this goddamn game, do we not?
I'm with you on that.
We don't. Garrett Cole, we finally saw what we were seeing last year a little bit. Home run ball started to get him. Jose Siri with the solo home run in the bottom of the fifth. We're like, all right, whatever. Then they scratch another run across the board in the fifth, and then in the sixth inning, Paredes hit a double to make it 6-3, and then Christian Bethancourt with a home run to tie the game. He's just dead center, and you see Harrison Bader go in the back, like, please, Bader, and watch it go over the wall. And it's just, really? Our offense is finally hitting the shit out of the ball all game early, and then just a crushing blow. And then Yandy Diaz ends up grounding out to take the lead later in that inning, and it's just like, fuck, man. Game's not over, obviously, but just heartbreaking with your ace on the mound who's been the best pitcher in the American League up to that point. We had the game won. I was like, we had the game won. I was almost ready to check out. Like, obviously, I wasn't going to turn the game off, but I was ready to almost check out. Like, all right, we got this win. I'm going to go on my phone. Just really heartbreaking. And then we ended up tying the game. We ended up coming back and tying the game in the seventh. Go to extras. We don't score in the top of the inning. We lose in the 10th. The run-on contact play in the top of the 10th. We got IKF to third. He runs on a ground down. He gets thrown out at home. Tough. Never works. But at that point, I don't know. I didn't mind them trying into that situation. But yeah, after that after that Saturday game, I thought we just beat the Rays in the Trop, and then especially up 6-0. We just beat the best goddamn team in the league in the Trop, and just to lose that way, like, again, we saw a lot. This is the first series in a while where we saw like a ton of positives from this offense. Every game we saw positives,
right?
Whether it was late or whether it was early, and just to lose it that way, it's just so tough, so tough.
It's just tough that of all people in that game to blow it, it had to have been Cole, right?
Yeah.
Like of course, like up to that point, I would say was having the best season by a pitcher, starting pitcher this year.
Yeah.
I didn't give up a home run until that fifth inning. Gives up one, and then it's like, okay, just gave up his first home run. It was going to happen at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Hope he bears down.
Shot, not a big deal. We're still up 6-1.
Not a big deal. Next inning, another home run. So it was like, you're right. Like one of those, like we spoke about that. Like I said that in our preview episode. Like he's going to have these blow up starts, and this was one of those. Unfortunately,
it didn't seem like it until the fifth
inning.
Didn't
seem like it. He was dominant.
Stealing.
Like he was dominant all game.
The Yankee game has started, by the way. So
yeah,
we will stay tuned for live reactions.
A very encouraging first couple of games, or a very encouraging first game. Then they lost on a couple errors. And the second game was great, rally back, won the second game.
It's a good team.
The third game, it's like, okay, like we're, like you said, like hitting the shit out of the ball. Like we're looking good against this Rays team. We're going to gain 2 games on them. Then they lose in horrible fashion. So it's just like one of those things where it's like, oh, what a wasted opportunity. But then, they move on. We always say, like, got to take care of the bad teams. They did. They took care of the Athletics. They won. They swept that series. The offense, it was a coming out party for the entire offense. Just runs. Oh, you get a run. You get a run. You get a run. Just runs across the board, which was awesome to see. I know I felt good, Danny. I know you were feeling good.
Felt awesome.
And then they got the Rays coming to town again.
Volpe first grand slam in that series against Oakland.
Yeah.
So hats off to him.
Yeah. Then they got the Rays coming to town and coming back to the Bronx. It's like, okay, like we had their number. Well, I wouldn't say we had their number, but like it looked like we had their number. Yeah, we looked good. So like this is going to be a good test for us.
And especially the offense should have just gained confidence from this Oakland series. We put up 7, 10, 11. Those were the numbers we put up in each game. So
you were saying coming into that 4-game set against the Rays, you were like, oh, split's not the worst thing in the world. Like I wouldn't mind a split. And I was saying to you, like, I think they have to win the series because their next meeting is at the end of July. So I want them to take care of the games that they can take care of. So they come out on that Thursday and just throw up an absolute stinker, on Thursday, losing 8-2. Just a depressing, they didn't score their first run until the 9th inning.
We got shut out that
on
game.
on a Glaber single, which scored 2. Just a really overall bad game. Herman was dominating this game. Through 5 2/3 innings pitch with 1 earned run, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts, and then he gets pulled for Ron Marinaccio, which you would think like, okay, that's a fine move. Like we love Ron. Ron's great. Ron comes in, gets hit around a little bit. I think he hit someone too, if I remember correctly. Gives up 2 runs that inning. Just wait a minute, Danny.
I'm a little behind you. The pitch is coming right now.
Wait a minute. Aaron Judge.
No way. Did I call that shit? I called that shit.
You called that shit.
I called that before we started recording. Did I say it during the
I
recording
think
too?
you said it during the recording.
Dude, Aaron Judge first hitting off Manoah. Punch him in the fucking mouth. That's what we do.
You called that.
I called that
We
like
get
3
good
times.
things. We get good things when we're recording. We get good things.
I said we get good things. Aaron Judge is hitting the home run.
Well, now I know what we're gonna use as our social media clip. I mean, hell.
Judgy. I called that to you before the recording, and now that's awesome. We got that
on.
on.
I hope you said that. I hope.
I had to have, right? I had to have said that on here. I know I said it to you before, and I hope I said it in this episode.
I think you did.
Okay. We'll have to rewatch.
But I can vouch for you though. Like if he didn't, like he did before we started recording, Danny was like, Judge is hitting a first inning home run. So that's crazy.
I think I did say because I said we get live reactions. I can't wait to react to Judge's first inning homer. I think I said that.
I think you did. Yeah, I think you did.
All right.
We'll figure it out when I start editing. But anyways, Yanks up 1-0. Good start. Keep it going. Love to see it.
Back to the bad game against the Rays.
I didn't realize that I was going to be ahead of you. I promise I won't say anything else if it happens. But
DirecTV, man, I'm always behind.
Okay, what we were talking about that first game, Yankees lose 8-2. Just an ugly first game.
This was tough too because I was texting in the group chat after the Oakland series, like, this offense got confidence now. We're going to be good. And then I was hearing it after this game. Like, yeah, Danny, they still have confidence. They're back, right? Blah, blah, blah. And I was hearing it and I was like, fuck, are we not back?
Yeah, it was a tough game.
Turns out we are, though.
They come back, though. Next game, win 6-5 against the Rays. Again, Randy Rosarina set the tone. First inning with a home run. You're like, oh, my God, it's going to be one of those games again. But actually, it was one of those games for the Yankees where it was just one of those games where they rallied back, did their thing. Garrett Cole pitched this game. This is a big game for him to see how he was going to kind of rebound against that start.
His pitch count got up there early, so he was
in the first inning. Yeah, in the first inning, he ended up going 5 innings with 5 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. But and then the bullpen kind of came in. They followed up.
Rizzo also answered Randy in the. Willie, were you waiting for that? Willie Bangs, we don't need a good lineup. Get Manoah's fat ass out of here.
That's 2-run homer, right?
Woo, yeah. Glaber single before that. Willie Calhoun just went yard. It's 3-0 Yankees here in the first. If we win this game with Jimmy Cordero and this lineup, that's huge.
That's huge. Danny, you might have to start recording every game. I'm
telling you, I think we should do like a live video. Who cares if we only have like 10 viewers? We should do like a live watch thing.
That would be fun.
Watch the game together live.
That's awesome. Anyways,
Volpe 3 home runs.
I'm like out of it now. Like I want to talk about this game. Like I'm so out of it.
Yeah, we can't. This Rays series was fun as hell. Rizzo answered back in the first inning after Randy on his bobblehead night, Star Wars night. Rizzo going yard. Awesome. Can he? He got his bobblehead moment.
Yeah, he did.
Did he get his bobblehead moment? If you want to keep going.
No, that's all you. Let us know.
Jose Siri hit another home run off Cole in the second. Then Volpe followed in the bottom of the 5th, tied the game with a homer. He has 3 home runs in 5 games. We like us in the Yankee community like to count it as 4 home runs because he stole his way around the bases in the 3rd game. Volpe ended up coming in clutch in the 7th, giving us the lead. And this inning was awesome. This bottom of the 7th when Volpe singled and Cabrera right after to extend the lead 4-2 in the 7th. Let's go. Bottom of the 7th, top 8th. Michael King, our lights out guy. Yep. Josh Lowe just punches us in the mouth. 3-run home run to give them the lead 5-4. Then we're like, shit. Next inning, Aaron Judge gets on. Tony Riz. That's his bobblehead moment. Not the first inning home run. Go-ahead home run in the bottom of the 8th. We close it out. Best win of the year. Best win of the year. By far, we haven't had a better win. Up to that point. Could we top it? There's no way we could top it. That was 2 days ago. We didn't top it, did we, Chase?
I think we might have topped it, Danny. I think we topped it. Tell us. Go for it.
Game? All right, game 3. This was the most fun game I've seen in a while. This playoff atmosphere in the series, by the way, really, really fun series. Even the last game that we lost, really, really fun. The first game wasn't fun, but the last 3 games of the series, the Yankees thought it was a 3-game set. That's what happened. So they didn't play the first game, and then they played the 3. So,
right.
But this game was great. Remember what we said? We blew a 6-run lead last week, and after the 5th inning, we were up 6-0. The Yankees got their lick back. 6-0 in the bottom of the 5th. Rays are up. It's again looking like, man, Shane McClanahan on the mound. He's the up to this point after Cole's blow up. He's now the best pitcher in the American League up to this point. We bottom of the 5th. Kyle Harris, Higashioka. Wish Brian was here for that. He goes yard 6-2. So then you're kind of thinking like, okay, I mean, 6-2 is still big against this Rays pitching, but
you're just thinking like keep rallying at this point.
Yeah, just keep going. Get guys on, whatever. So next thing you know, get a guy on, Judge up, boom, home run, 6-4 game. Now it's a goddamn game.
1 homer for Judge, by the way.
Yeah, home run.
Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, he got his first home run since coming back from the IL. He needed it. He looked, obviously, took a couple days for him to get going, which was we assume was going to happen. That always happens. So we're like, all right, let's go. And then bottom of the 6th, this is what I was talking about. Anthony Volpe hits a home run without hitting a home run. He gets on first base. He singled, right? He singled to get on first base, steals second, steals third, scores on a wild pitch. That's
electric.
What this team hasn't had in so long. That's electric. Michael Kay was raving about it. Like, yeah, this should motivate everybody else in the dugout to do everything they can, because this guy literally just hit a home run by himself by getting a freaking bloop single or whatever. Or did he walk? I don't. Whatever. Doesn't matter. It was electric.
I think he walked.
It was electric. Getting a home run off a walk is even better. Electric. Later in that inning, Aaron Judge with a runner on, 1-2 count, bomb. This actually gave me the goosebumps. This gave me chills. Like I was saying, playoff atmosphere before. When have you ever seen Aaron Judge pimp a home run like that? If you didn't watch that game, I'm sure that everybody has seen it. But if you're listening to this and you didn't watch that game, go look up Aaron Judge's go-ahead home run. Aaron Judge, when he hits a home run, he just puts his bat down and goes. He doesn't even look at it. He doesn't look at it. He just puts his head down, runs. Maybe he'll point to the dugout. This rivalry playoff atmosphere, he watched that baby for a while. I've never seen Judge do it, and I loved it. It was a rivalry feel, a playoff feel. It was awesome, electric. The bench was going nuts. Oswaldo Cabrera, like we said, he's been hot. He got 2 more on the board with a 2-run single. Now we're up 9-6. It's 6-0, and now we're up 9-6. The Rays strike back a little in the top of the 7th off Clay Holmes. They bring Clay Holmes in, and they keep him out there for the 8th. And we're like, what? What are we doing? He gets the job done. Maybe a little help from the umpire on a Yandy Diaz strikeout on a 3-2 count. But whatever. He got the call. Quit your bitching. Then the 9th inning, Wandy comes in, and really, the Rays were fighting. That at bat, what was it? Was it Lau? That at bat where Brandon Lau came in to pinch hit, and he ended up hitting against Wandy, lefty, and he put up a great at bat. Wandy threw a lot of pitches in that inning. They fought, but ultimately, Wandy got the job done, and this team is back. Best win of the season the day after. We already had our best win of the season, so we topped it the day after, and that was awesome. It was great. I was watching. I woke up the next. I was watching the highlights. I probably watched the highlights of that game like 5 times. I watched videos. I watched the Judge home run like 10 times.
Really?
It was awesome. And then the next day, we get out to a deficit again. Like this. Now this is like
they were just always playing from behind in this series. Like the whole series, they were playing from behind.
Yeah.
But like also like from another standpoint of looking at it like this way though, like I liked seeing them play from behind. Obviously not in the moment I didn't, but like looking back, like it showed that they had fight. Like it showed they had grit to get back in the game and show that they wanted to win, which was good to see. It was refreshing.
Yeah, and it was electric. The atmosphere was like the atmosphere, the bench, the crowd, the bench going crazy. I love seeing that shit, especially in a regular season game. I love seeing a team that has that fight, that heart in a regular season atmosphere. We haven't seen that since this time last year when the Yankees team like this, with these type of playoff games in the regular season. Next day, we're going into the next day. What just happened?
No, we're good. We're good.
Okay.
Good.
Vlad just hit one to the warning track.
I'm sorry. I wanted to see if it was gone or not. I wasn't sure.
But then, like after that huge win, we're like, all right, let's go win a series, man. And now we get down here in the 3rd inning. Like we're down 3-0. A couple weeks ago, we'd be like, all right, that's it. We're done. But no, not with this team. I'm like watching the whole game. Like we're gonna come back. Sure enough, bottom of the 3rd inning, Cabrera 2-run homer, Rizzo 2-run homer, and all of a sudden we're winning 4-3 now. Clark didn't have his best stuff. I don't know what is his best stuff. Definitely didn't have it in this game. At least I hope he didn't.
I think he might.
The
I
top of the
think he
fifth inning
might
after the
get sent
four
down at some
run.
point.
What?
I think he might get sent down at some point. I could
Yeah,
see it.
might have to. Might have to. In the top of the fifth inning, the Rays load the bases with one out. Randy Rosarina coming up, and it's like, here we go. Absolutely crushes one. Outfielder's going back. Is it going to get out? I'm listening on the radio. Justin Shackle, who surprised me, and it wasn't Sterling. He's saying like hey, that ball is deep. Like the outfielder's going back. Bader going back. It almost, I was like, oh my god, no, he did not hit a grand slam. Then all of a sudden, Bader dives, makes a great catch. Bader saved, yes, a sack fly out of it, but way better than it would have been if that ball got down. It would have
Right.
cleared the base.
That
Two
might be
runs.
an inside the park home run.
Yeah, like especially if he laying out like that, it could have been. It kept the game tied instead of the Rays taking the lead. So like, let's go, dude. Clark walks a guy. They bring in Albert Abreu. They bring in Albert Abreu.
Abreu, yeah.
I liked Abreu in the beginning of the season. I talked good about him, and I said, look, he's been solid. He's had solid numbers for us for about a year now. He's not a high leverage guy, but he could be a guy that gets us innings. What do? We bring him in a high leverage situation as he's struggling. Taylor freaking Walls.
Yep.
Taylor Walls, grand slam, 8-4. And even then, I'm still like, yeah, that sucks, deflating. That sucks. But I'm still like, we're not out of this. Like, we've seen what the team did. We're not out of this game at all. We get one back in the seventh. We wait till the seventh to get one back. Judge single. And then Volpe, 2-run home run, his third home run in 5 days. He 8-7 now. And I'm like, all right, now we got a good part of the lineup coming up. We had the 3-for-3 Oswaldo Cabrera leading off the next inning. Gleyber Torres, who came in as a pinch hitter and got a big hit. And then Judge. So get one on for Judge. We know Judge is clutch. Gleyber and Oswaldo do not put up impressive at-bats, to say the least. Jason Adam on the mound. We know he's great. But they did not put up impressive at-bats. Torres a lazy fly out. Cabrera a lazy ground out. Then it's Aaron Judge. First pitch, jumping on right down the middle. Jason Adam, I started going crazy already because Jason Adam, the way he reacted to this pitch, he put his head down like it was gone. He even said after that he thought it was 30 rows into the seats. So I'm like, let's go. Jose Siri catches at the warning track, goes crazy. It's just like, deflating. Like, why do you have to do us like that? Why do you have to do that? But
that stung a lot.
Yeah, it stung that we lost like that. But all in all, like after last night, yeah, I didn't like that we lost. But last night, I wasn't looking back at the series like, how do we lose that game, bro? Like, what? I was looking back at the series like, we were awesome this series. This gave me so much confidence going into this Toronto series. Like, let's go beat fucking Toronto. I'm fine with a split against the best team in the league. They've won one more game than us against us this year, so we can make that back later. Eight games in May is nothing. Like, we could have a good week where we win 5, and they could have a bad week where they win 2. All of a sudden, it's 5 games, and that's comebackable in September. So 8 games is not a lot in May. Keeping it at bay against the best team in the league, who's red hot, I think was huge for us. And now I think we got to go win this Toronto series with this confidence. And it seems like Cabrera just worked a nice walk. Seems like we're here, man. We're here. And I love it.
We've seen a lot of encouragement over the last couple of series. We've seen a lot of encouragement.
Like we said, I know we lost the series in the Trop, but that still gave me confidence.
I'm still not 100% completely bought in. But I'm getting.
I'd say I'm 90% bought. 80.
I'm getting to a point where like I'm feeling a little more comfortable with them because they're gonna get healthier and they've looked a little bit better.
As I
just saw that. Yeah, Cabrera just got picked off on first. Just very, very bad. But I mean, I've been pleased with what I've seen. I just wish that those losses obviously turned into wins because those were big games. But like, I guess morally, I'm not the kind of person that likes to take moral victories, but they were good wins, morally, of course. But now they're in this Toronto series. This is a huge series. As things currently stand, the Yankees are 8 games back from first, with Toronto being 2 games ahead of them, being 6 games back from first. This is a ginormous series. They got to really take care of business here. And of course, as you guys heard from our live reaction, me and Danny, I wish we had play-by-play for that. I wish we could have literally like done play-by-play for that. That would have been really cool. But already up 3-0 here in the top of the second with 1 away. Yeah, it's gonna be a big series. Let me just look at it quickly, and then we can do our final send off here.
I hope the people listening to this, they'll probably be listening to it tomorrow. I hope they hear me say Judge home run in the beginning, and they were like, "Holy shit! Wait,
Yeah,
that happened."
this guy knows his stuff, huh?
Yeah, I know my stuff.
Um, so tomorrow we got Gosman versus Herman. That's gonna be tough. Gosman's tough, of course, always.
We can't hit him.
Then Cole versus Bassett. Bassett's having a solid year again. It's
That's
gonna
got
be
to be
tough.
win the Cole series, win the Cole game. I mean,
And then Nestor versus Barrios. Danny, really quick
let's.
before Nestor's been struggling. Okay, before we
Mhm.
sign off, we could talk about Nestor. Nestor's been struggling. He's up to a 5.53 with a 3-2 record. ERA is at 7.71 over his last 7 days. Of course, that's what, one start, maybe two. Um, Danny, I want to ask you, are you concerned about Nestor at all?
Not yet. I think it's a little too early. The thing with him has been third time through the order. He's like looked good early in games, looked really good. Like, all right, Nestor's back. This is the Nestor we know. Then once that third time through the order comes, it's like I don't know if he runs out of gas or they're just knowing what he's throwing. Maybe I wanted to look. I wanted to look into his baseball savant page. I haven't done that yet. I want to look at like his pitch usage and let's see if he's using his fastball any less. Because remember last year when he went through that little slide,
Yeah, he
game
did.
slide, whatever, and then he started relying on his fastball more, and that's when he started being the Nestor we know. So I kind of want to see what he's doing with his pitches. Maybe it's something like that. It almost seems like he's dancing around the strike zone more than Nestor usually does. Like Nestor is a painter. It
Right.
seems like he doesn't quite have the command that he usually does. But the stat, I don't remember the exact stat, but Talking Yanks, yeah, another podcast, but they're the ones who sent out this stat. Through the first like 4 innings, Nestor has an ERA in the ones. I forget what exactly it was. After the 5th inning, guess what his ERA is?
I think I saw it was like 15 something, right?
16 something.
16
something after. So like Nestor, if we just took Nestor out in the 5th inning, he's elite. He's a Cy Young candidate. But obviously we can't have a starting pitcher that doesn't go 5 innings. So I'm not worried yet, but he has to figure out how to go deep in games because the Yankees, for some reason, pull Herman early. They pull Herman. They don't let him get to 90 pitches. I don't know why. Herman will be dominating and he no signs of struggle and they'll pull him at 80 pitches. It's very frustrating. But Nestor needs to be a guy that goes 6, could go 7 because we have Cole. We know Cole could do it. But until Rodon's back, we don't have anybody else besides Cole if Nestor's not doing it. Right. I mean, we know Herman could do it. For some reason, the Yankees don't. So we need him to definitely get back on track and figure it out. I don't know if it's fatigue. We have to hit Barrios in that game too. We have to hit Barrios.
Nestor, we're gonna have to keep a close eye on him because I feel like he's gonna be watched very closely over his next couple of starts because we're used to him going out there and throwing two earned runs, 1 earned run of baseball per 6-7 innings. So it's gonna be an interesting stretch for him. I'm not concerned yet, but I'm getting there.
Keep an eye on it.
Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on him. Yeah. But yeah, big test, especially against a good Blue Jays offense this week. Yeah, this week. I don't know why I almost said this weekend, but this week.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
and then we got Cincinnati this weekend. So take care of the Blue Jays and then have some fun with Cincinnati.
Beat up on the bad kids as always.
Yep. And yes, a sign of a good team is taking care of the bad teams. That's just not just beating them. Like the Yankees beat the A's usually like 4-3. Maybe they'll drop one game, but no. Beat they ass into the ground. Beat their ass into the ground. And that's exactly what the Yankees did, and I loved it. That's what gave me confidence because it wasn't just beating them; it was beating them. But the A's are obviously not on the same level. So the Yankees were bringing up freaking minor league guys just to throw out there and just be like, "All right, yeah, there you go. Let up a home run to the A's, whatever. We'll score more. Who cares?" Like David Garcia, we saw Ryan Weber up this week.
Weird, right? Weird seeing Davey back on the mound, but. Anyways, that is all I have for today, Danny. Unless if you want to highlight something once more before we go.
Let's go Yanks. I'm confident again, and we all should be. I'm confident, especially after this first inning. I'm confident in this team again. I like what I'm seeing. We need injury stuff. Sevy pitched in Double-A, and he should be back next week. Mm-hmm. Or like they said that he could be activated as soon as this Red Series this weekend.
Who is that? Stanton?
Sevy.
Oh, Sevy. Sorry, I was zoned out at what you were saying.
Bowers just hit us the warning track. Yeah, but Sevy should be back this weekend, and then Stanton should follow 2 weeks after. They say for now, like Stanton should be back towards the end of the month, maybe early June. So reinforcements are coming. We already look good. So with reinforcements,
one more quick thing that I want to mention before we go.
Mm.
It's gonna be interesting to see who the Yankees take when Donaldson gets back. Just want to say that because someone's gonna have to get sent down because obviously Stanton's gonna be back, Donaldson will be
Gotta
back.
be Hicks, bro.
It's gonna be very interesting. It could be the end of Hicks. Bowers maybe will get sent down. I don't know, but
Which
Bowers is
no,
playing
you know what they're
well.
gonna do? They have like this weird thing for guys that are bad because they want to prove that they're right. We always talk about that. They've already proved they're right with Bowers in their eyes, so he's expendable. They could send him down, but they want Hicks and Willie Calhoun to be beasts, and they're going to keep him up as long as possible, even IKF. But I'm definitely interested.
We will
Hicks got to
see.
go. Hicks
We
got to
will
go.
see. Stay tuned for that, everybody.
It's got to go.
Weekly episodes are back. Hopefully, fingers crossed, knock
They're
on wood.
back. They're
Jeez.
freaking back. If you guys can't, I'm hopping on for 20 minutes and talking about myself.
We're so back. I'm gonna go eat my Chick-fil-A. I'm starving.
Joy.
Let's go Yanks, baby.
Follow Banger Buddy Sunni Food Reviews, Instagram.
Oh yeah, and also I almost forgot my sign off. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at official STN Pod. Danny has been phenomenal with the Twitter game. He's been taking over it like I would say 90% of the time. So whatever tweets you're seeing, it's him. And then the occasional me tweets. But thank you, Danny, for that. It's
I'll
been
get on the
very
Twitter
helpful
for the
for
rest
me.
of this game here.
And also make sure to follow us on Instagram at Spreading the News and on TikTok at Spreading the News. And join the ride. Subscribe to us if you're not subbed to us. Follow us on Spotify. Follow us on the Apple Podcasts. It's gonna get fun, especially if the Yankees get fun. It's gonna get real, real fun in the next couple weeks. So make sure to do all that. And this has been Chase
And Danny.
and Danny. I'm happy that you picked up on that.
Usually
Thank
I'm
you.
third. Usually I'm third.
That is true. Thank you all for listening, and we will be back next week. Let's go, Yanks.
Go Yanks, babe.